everyone, Sat Shri Akal ji, and welcome back to our channel once again. My name is Manpreet Kaur from Kirpa Properties, and today we're going to show you something crazy. We are at Sobha Realty office. Sobha is one of the best developer in Dubai. They come in top tier developers, and today we're going to show you 4-bedroom independent villa beachfront, which is on a natural island and starting at only 11 million dirham. So we're going to give you overview on the project, which is Siniya Island. Siniya Island is the island where this villa project is located. It's close to the casino, Wind Casino, which is going to be world's biggest upcoming casino, which is launching in 2027. It's already under construction. Around 80% of the casino's construction is completed, and this island is located around 15 minutes from this casino. And today we're going to show you the quality of this villa. We have a show villa inside Sobha's office. We're going to show you that, and we're going to show you the master plan, master model of the Siniya Island. So let's begin our journey. Before that, let me introduce you to Mr. Jay Singh Chatha. He's the managing director at Kirpa Properties, and he's my husband as well. So let me introduce you to Jay. Thank you, Jay. Thank you so much for taking our time, waking up early in the morning to educate our clients. So over to you, please.
Of course, I had to wake up for you guys. Good morning, everyone. My name is Jay Chatha, and I'm going to take you through Siniya Island and show you how beautiful this project is first, and then show you how it looks from the inside. With all the materials and quality that Sobha is known for, we will go through the entire thing. So let's go. So guys, we're here at the model of the Siniya Island. Siniya Island itself is not a man-made island, which Dubai is known for. You have islands like the Palm Jumeirah, Palm Jebel Ali, Jumeirah Bay Island. These are man-made islands. They've been reclaimed from the sea, and then the islands have been built. However, Siniya Island is a natural island, and it's roughly 10 kilometers long, so it's quite big, 90 million square feet in total land area, and it's located in the emirate of Quwain. So what is an emirate? Emirate is like a city-state, and there are 7 of them in the UAE. And Quwain is one of those emirates or states located, let's say, 15 minutes away from where we are in Dubai. So to give you a little backstory on Siniya Island is a very old, let's say, settled island. There have been records stating that even in the 5th and 6th century that there were Christian settlers that lived there. So that's some interesting, let's say, knowledge that you may not know or you will never know. And it's also known as one of the earliest Christian sites in this region. Then if you go back to the 13th and 14th century, there have been records or evidence of pearling industry being very active around that time. So it used to be one of the biggest pearling industry sites in this region. So we're going to show you now, we're going to walk you through how the island looks. You can see over here, if you zoom in a little bit, this island doesn't have clean lines. It doesn't have, the features that a man-made island has, and it's very natural looking. It's actually surrounded by marshlands, and it has a very, very large animal ecosystem, animals as well as birds. So when you go to this island, if you have the chance, even now, you can see that there's a lot of animals, a lot of birds that flock to it. And the developer, Sobha, which Manpreet kindly introduced, is hell-bent on keeping that animal ecosystem intact as much as they can. So yes, there's going to be some construction. They're going to be building on roughly 20 million square feet and leaving the rest of the 70 million square feet preserved for the animals and the ecosystem. So let's walk you through the model and let's do it. So guys, this is the model of the Siniya Island again. As you can see, there's quite a few things going on it, and I wanted to break it down as a customer that enters into the island. So I want to show you what happens when you go in, what do you see first, and then walk you through it step by step. So if you look over here, this is a road, basically a 4-lane bridge that connects Siniya Island to the mainland, and it's only about 1.7 kilometers long. It's already built, so that's a good sign. I myself have made my way onto the island using this bridge. So the bridge is built, and as you come into the island, the first things you will encounter will be five-star beachfront resorts. One on this side, you can see the model of it. It will have a central hotel building with all the amenities, plus private beachfront villas for the guests. And then if you make your way down this road, you will see on the left side another five-star resort. And as you make your way down that as well, you will come to the central uh, key part of the island, which is this huge lagoon area with beach on both sides. And on opposite sides, you'll see these low-rise apartment buildings, which have been launched and sold already. So these were launched last year, about 1.5 years ago, at a price point of 2,000, 2,100 per square foot, and they sold out pretty easily. On the other side, you will see more residential buildings. These are still being launched today, and since these are beachfront, those are not beachfront, those have a marina. And you can see the marina, you can see a little clubhouse over there, yacht club for the marina itself, which can be used to exit the island and go towards the other islands in the area. So you have this, and then let me tell you a little about the features of the island, what you can expect, what kind of amenities you can get. So if you look in the central part of the island, you can see that there's a green area, and that's actually an 18-hole golf course, which is being built for the residents and for visitors that come to the island. And on the opposite side, you will see a small building. That's a clubhouse over there, near the inlet pool that they have over there. And then next to it, where you see that residential building, that's actually a hotel and mall. So the island will also have its own shopping mall, which is really important when you're, let's say, away on vacation and you need to buy something. Where will you go? Siniya Island itself should cater to that need, so they have built a shopping mall. And if you look on the other side, you'll see you'll see the clubhouse or the yacht club for the marina, and that's going to be another feature. And then as you make your way down this road, you will then be on the back side of these apartment buildings. And by the way, there's not going to be anything built on this side. So these apartments, even on this side, will have a very, very nice view of the ocean. And the ocean is beautiful there. The color, the way it looks, it's insane how beautiful it is. So if you're on this road, you can see that there's smaller, let's say, residential villas that have been built, and these villas will be divided into, let's say, two sections. One section will be here on the inner side. These will be the 4-bedroom villas, and on the outer side, you'll have the 5 and 6-bedroom villas. So, I mean, to give you a little better perspective on what you can expect in these villas, then I will give you a walkthrough later. Now, if you go to the other side of the island, and you can see there's a lot more going on here, a lot more inlets that are panning out, a lot more fingers of the island going out. And one of those fingers have more villas over here. These are bigger villas, 6 and 7 bedroom and 5 bedroom mansions basically. So these are a little bit bigger than those over there. But these will be amazing to see once they're finished, because the floor plans, the quality, the way that Sobha delivers is on another level. And you'll see that when we go into the show unit. I will show you how it looks from the inside. To give you a little understanding of the prices, the sizes, and everything, let's go to a quieter place so I can go through all of that information. Okay, guys, now we're here at the show unit that Sobha has built within their sales office to showcase the quality that they can deliver, and the space and the vibe and the color palette that you will get as a buyer for one of the beachfront villas in Siniya Island. So I'm going to take you down now. I'm sure you can see my coat has changed. I like to change clothes and keep it fresh. So let's go. You can see the build quality of Sobha. even from outside of the house, right? And that's really important because every little detail matters. So when a developer takes care of the small things, you know that they've done the right job. So if you look at the outside, even at the outside, you can see the quality of the doors, the handles. These are flush, steel, stainless steel handles that will never rust, never corrode. So these are really important details. Solid doors, actually, oak wood doors, I think. And when you come in, this is, of course, I'm not giving you a tour of the house. I'm just trying to showcase the quality that Sobha delivers. Again, the width of the door, this is your main door, and these are Euro art hinges and handles. And there you go. So when you look at, the interior quality, you have to start with, of course, the flooring. So in Sobha's Privy collection or any villas that Sobha will deliver, they will always have similar flooring, similar quality, and this is actually marble. So this is not the fake marble you get nowadays, with the ceramic tiles and the color palette being, somewhat of marble, but this is actual marble that they will deliver and install in your house. So flooring is the first thing that you will see. You'll have maybe two tones, grayish and lighter tones over here. Of course, the living room spaces and dining room spaces, they like to keep spacious, especially in the villas. You have this problem in Dubai, I think, nowadays, where villas can tend to be very cramped just because of size constraints. But if you have a 4,000 square foot plus house and it's a 4-bedroom, then you can understand that the living room will be a very sizable space. After the flooring, you want to make sure that the walls are kept very nicely. Now, in this particular unit, you do have a sort of wallpaper, which covers the wall. But in most of the Sobha finished units, you'll get high quality emulsion paint, which will keep the wall from cracking. Any scribbles or water or damage will be very hard to do on those kind of walls. And of course, the fit out on the walls you can see around you. They've done it really, really well. They have some wooden portions everywhere. And if you look down at the skirting is really important in walls. It will be flush with the floor. So whatever floor you have, you'll have the same type of skirting. And this is important for cleaning purposes, for spills, for water, for mopping and vacuuming. Like, this has to be quality. So that's something you get with Sobha. So just to give you a little idea on the fit outs and the fittings on the walls. Now this is veneer, and this is going to be something that you get in every house. Of course, you'll have high quality materials. You'll have faux leather. No animals will be harmed in making this, but it looks and feels the same as leather. So this is really important details that Sobha likes to keep everywhere around the house. You'll see more of these in the bedrooms, in the living spaces, dining spaces. So continuing on our tour, we have the kitchen area. You can see a very modern aesthetic, and these countertops are going to be, it depends on which villa you get, but there will be stone. They will be either quartz or marble or some other high quality stone. You will have the white goods included in the price of the home. Some villas in Dubai, some developers don't actually include white goods, but Sobha has a very good track record of including very high-end appliances. So in the Privy collection or in the villas, you'll have top-of-the-line appliances in the house. You'll have Miele branded white goods, the stove, the exhaust, the microwave, the oven. This will all be included. Of course, you'll get an inbuilt fridge as well by Miele. So this is really important to know, because you need to be worried about the quality that is being delivered. And in the villa, especially when you're paying that much money, you will get what you pay for. In each villa, you'll have the show kitchen and you'll have the dirty kitchen in the back, which will always be fitted out with the same type of appliances. You can see again, You have a Miele stovetop and oven down there, dual sink, vanity, and you have more storage space. So this is something that's very common in Sobha's villas and Privy collection. Privy collection also includes penthouses and apartments in their very high-end buildings that they're doing in Dubai. So you will see all these types of materials and finishes in those as well. Now, if you look behind you, this is the dining room area where you will have on one side storage space. Again, high quality fit outs are all included. So not only in the living spaces will you get quality, but if you come into the washroom area, again, you have the same quality of flooring, marble. Again, you'll have very nice sanitary ware from reputable brands. It could be Toto, it could be any of the top brands that you know around the world. This is the master bedroom, so you'll have very nice cupboard. Again, full leather on the closet spaces. If you look inside, you can see the quality. You have inbuilt lighting, LED lighting, very high quality movers over here on the drawers. You can see they're self-closing as well. So, quality-wise, Sobha takes the cake. You see the outside parts of the house, but what is also important to look at is the internal workings of the house. That includes your smart AC system, your sensors. Are you very sustainable as a house? These are important questions people today want to know. So if you look at every room will have its own smart system for lights, for the AC. Over here, you can play around with it, of course. You can do the curtains. So if I press this, you'll see the curtains closing. So everything is automated. They wanted to make sure that they had a smart home system. Home automation is normal with Sobha now. So this is the standard that Sobha wants to keep, and you will get. So if you look at MEP, I'm just going to read off my phone because I can't remember all of this. For the MEP, and what does MEP mean? MEP is the internal workings, the electrical systems, the plumbing, the mechanical systems. The AC is intelligent as well. So every room has its own individual cooling system, and it also has humidity control. We in Dubai have a big problem with humidity because we're right next to the ocean. It gets very humid in the summers. So if you have something like this, a villa, you can be sure that the AC in your house will keep your humidity in control. That's very good. We have indoor air and water quality systems and safety features in the plumbing as well, so that there's no leakages. If you do have a leakage, it can turn off by itself. And that's why Sobha is becoming more and more number one. So I think we've done a very good tour of the house, and we've also looked at all of the little things. If you come with me, let's talk numbers. I forgot to tell you one more thing. If you look at the facade of any Sobha building, whether it be an apartment or if it's a villa, the outside part, the glass, this is all double glazed, by the way, and you won't hear a thing from the outside. So to put that into perspective, I'm just going to move this sliding door. This actually opens up into a terrace area, which is common in the 5-bedroom villas that we will see in Siniya Island. But you can see the quality of the glasswork is impeccable. And this, of course, being a terrace area, very spacious, something common in the villas for Sobha. You have, again, like I said, glass that is heat resistant, and your house will not get hot from this, and you won't hear anything from the outside. So it keeps it peaceful and quiet inside. Okay, guys, we are going to be focusing on the villas in the master plan of Siniya Island. As you can see, the master plan looks amazing. You can see a lot of greenery everywhere, a lot of water everywhere because it's an island, of course. And we're going to be looking at the villas at the north side of the island first. So you can see my mouse and I'm hovering over that side. These are the Coral Beach and Palm Grove villas, four bedroom, 5 bedroom, and 6 bedroom mansions. So let's have a look. This is a more in-depth master plan of that part of Siniya Island. You can see they're all color coded. The ones at the, let's say on the bottom, are the 4 bedrooms, and the ones on the top on the right side are all the 5 bedrooms overlooking the sea, and the ones on the left are the 6 bedroom villas. So they're all of differing plot sizes and built up areas, which we will get into. If you look here at this location, this is the clubhouse. The clubhouse is just for the villa residents or tenants who are staying here on short term or long term. So that's something that's important. This facility is only for them. And this is a gated community. So this is not exactly accessible to the entire island. It's only accessible for those that are living here or staying here. So let's go through the 4 bedroom villas. 4 bedroom villas are, let's say there are 3 types of these 4 bedroom villas, where you have double height rooms in type A and type C, but not in type B. So that's important to know when you're selecting a unit. You should know which ones have double height rooms, because this adds value to the unit. And again, we're looking at the amenities of the island. We've gone through this before, but I'll go through it again. You do have a golf course, 3-par golf course, which is great for easy golf players. You have an event cabana, you have a fiesta square, dining areas, play zones, community center, lagoon beach, bird watching deck, because like I said, there are marshes and wildlife all around the island, and this is where you can have a look. This is coastal walk, nature walk, luxury beach club, yacht club, cabana, again, helicopter and air taxi, landing pad. So air taxis are coming to the UAE. They should be operational by 2026, which is great for inter-emirate travel within the country. So that's what air taxis will be used for. Going forward, there's going to be a mosque, a retail mall, public beach, beach cove for non-motorized water activities. So of course, this is for the more casual beachgoers, and a berthing place for yachts up to 20 meters long. So you have your own marina as well. In the clubhouse, which is inside the villa community or the villa part of the island, you'll get a library, lounge, gym, health club, multi-purpose hall, indoor games area, cafe lounge, squash court, swimming pool, barbecue area, and a paddle court with a business lounge and meeting space. So it kind of ticks all the boxes of what a clubhouse should be. And of course, there'll be a beach out front. So today we're going to be looking at one unit on the 4-bedroom side. So that we can look at it more in depth. This is of course on this part and overlooking the internal lagoon. So this lagoon that you see in the middle of these 2 rows of villas, it's not that small. It actually looks small in the picture, but it's going to be at least 50 meters in length from one villa to the next. So that's quite a large distance. And you can see it again. This is the exact villa we're going to be looking at. So these are the renders. We're just going to quickly go through the renders so that you get an understanding of the aesthetic, the design, the architecture. And as you can see, the architecture is very modern, very, very clean, very bright colors, white, light brown, and the windows, the facade, floor-to-ceiling windows everywhere. And they don't use much columns on the outside. They are very good at that. There's going to be some types of villas which have a double-heighted room. In this case, it's the living room, which gives it that more luxury feeling, more space, more light coming in, more air circulation. So this is one of the key premium units, I would say, out of the 4 bedrooms. And you should be looking at this out of all the other types. And I don't think there are many left, maybe 1 or 2 villas in this type left. This is the dining space right next to the living room, the washroom with the high quality vanities. Like I showed you in the previous video, the quality is top notch. Sobha is known for its quality. So what you see here in the brochure is what you will get when that unit is handed over. Onto the master bedroom with the walk-in closet. This is the garden area. So this is a bird's eye view of the garden area with the swimming pool and the deck, the wooden deck. You can see the swimming pool is also very standard, 9 meters in length, which is a good size. And you have your pool deck as well next to it so you can relax. And it's overlooking the beach. So you can just step down from here onto the beach and into the ocean. So that's very nice. So this is the layout again, just showing you again what it looks like. This is the layout again for the first floor. So as you can see, it looks very standard, very nice, very spacious. The built-up area for this kind of villa, and again, this is a sales offer, so this will list your villa number, your type, the sellable area, purchase price, and the 4% registration charges, which are payable on completion, as well as the installment plan, which you have to pay. So let's break this down. Let's look at everything on this sales offer and look at what we understand from it. So the sellable area here is 4,885 square feet, roughly 470 square meters. Purchase price for this unit is 10.75 million dirhams, and the 4% registration charges are roughly 430,000 dirhams. So that gives you an idea of the price. Then let's look at the installment plan. Your booking amount will be 10%, which will be payable on the booking, which is today. Let's say if you book today, after today, you'll be paying your first installment 3 months later. And then your first installment again is the same amount, 10%. Your second installment will be after 12 months. So you get a large time frame to make the third payment, sorry. The third installment will be after 15 months. Fourth installment after 24 months. Fifth installment after 30 months. So these are all 10% payments. That makes it 60% payable within 30 months from booking. And your completion for this will be roughly 36 to 42 months from now. So that's the bulk of the payment. The last payment is 40% on completion, which is about 4.3 million dirhams. So you can see that it's quite an easy payment plan. You're basically paying 30% in the first year, 20% in the second year, and the rest after that. So this is a more detailed floor plan. This is a type A floor plan, so this is different. Type B again, type B mirror, type C. So we can go in depth into these floor plans when we have a look at which unit you want to buy exactly. So that, and also what is available from Sobha, because Sobha is selling all these every day. Then we have the 5-bedroom villas. These are much bigger. As you can see up here, the sellable area is roughly 7,200 square feet in comparison to the 4-bedroom, which is 4,800 to 5,200 in some cases. So there's quite a big difference for that extra bedroom, but you get a much larger, let's say more spacious living space, dining area, etc. Your plot area is also bigger. So your minimum size of plot that you will get is 8,850 square feet, and the maximum you're looking at 14,756 square feet, which is huge. If you compare it to Dubai, for example, for this price, I don't think you can get anything in this quality, even near this price. So there is definitely value for money if you talk about the land area, and if you talk about the built-up area and the price. Next, we can keep looking at the 5 bedrooms. They're pretty similar. And then we have the 6-bedroom mansions, which are on another level. So 9,700 is your built-up area that you will get internally, and your plot area is ranging between 10,400 and 15,700 square feet. So you can see a few plot sizes. There are not many of these 6-bedroom villas, and they're very unique. They're all located here on this side of this plan. But the good thing is they have a longer, or let's say no hindrance in front of it. There's no other villa. So privacy is on another level if you're buying the 6-bedroom. All right, so let's keep going. This is again the master plan. And now we're going to be looking at the phase 2 of the villas. These are Coral Beach villas as well. But they're only two rows, let's say, and they're all 5-bedroom and 5-bedroom, 6-bedroom, and 7-bedroom. So these are the ranges. There are no 4 bedrooms on this side. Why? Because you get more privacy. They wanted to make sure the bigger units are kept here. The beach is also wider, as you can see, and there's nothing in front of these villas except either each other or the sea. And this is the mainland on this side. So let's have a quick look through these 5-bedroom villas. As you can see, you have similar sizes, similar built-up area as before, and this is just based on your requirements, what you like to do, and how much space you actually require. If you talk about the rents in this area, there's not much. There's not a huge difference between a 5-bedroom and the types. I would say if you're renting it out, that's just personal preference. But of course, if you have double-heighted rooms in the villa, then it does help raise the value, does give that extra factor when you're going to sell. Then you have the cream of the crop, the 7-bedroom villas. These are probably the best in terms of design, in terms of the floor plans, in terms of the openness. You're looking at 25,000 square feet of built-up area and 28,500 of plot area. I'm trying to convince one of my investors to pick up all of them because this is very, very unique. You cannot find this kind of villa anywhere else in the UAE except maybe in Abu Dhabi. So that is one of the only areas, and Abu Dhabi is not going to be as, let's say, tourist-oriented as Ras Al Khaimah or Al Quwain will be, because Abu Dhabi has its own vibe. Yes, Disney World is coming, but Disney World is for the masses, more for the masses than it is for the person who's going to be staying at this 7-bedroom villa. So you have that, you have an expansive area, and next we're going to be talking through. Next we're going to look at the short-term rental investment model for the Sobha Siniya Island villas that I've just shown you. And we'll be looking at 4 bedrooms, 5 bedrooms, and 6-bedroom. And we'll be looking at the cash flow that we can receive when we rent them out on a short-term rental model. Now, before I get into the presentation, I'd just like to tell you that the island villas and the apartments can be rented out on a short-term basis. Now, short-term basis means it can be rented out daily basis. So just like a hotel, you would check in, check out. It can be rented on a monthly basis where you'll be a longer-term tenant, but you'll still get the facilities and cleaning services that the management company will provide. And you can rent it on a long-term basis. Let's say if you want to rent it for a year. So you'll have tenants for short, middle, and long-term. But what we're doing today is we're looking at the most viable model, which is the short-term rental investment model, where if we do rent these villas out on a short-term basis, let's say daily basis, how much money can we potentially make, and what is our rental yield per year? So we're going to look at that. And these are assumptions based on the wider UAE market, based on what villas are renting for today of similar sizes on beachfront or waterfront locations. And we're also taking into account the upcoming or growing traffic into Ras Al Khaimah and Al Quwain because of the Wynn Casino and the amenities nearby. So let's have a deep dive. All right. Now, what we've done here, this table signifies your ADR, which is the average daily rate. Basically, what we're going to charge on average per night for somebody staying in this villa. Now, it may seem high to you, but if you look at comparative sizes elsewhere, then you will see that they do fit within this range. Now, you'll see in the next slide that this average price is not, let's say, all over the year, because I've taken very less occupancy levels just to make it as conservative as possible. So you can see that the 4 bedrooms, we've taken 8,500 dirhams per night, where the starting price is 10.7. 5 bedrooms, 12,000 dirhams per night, 16.6 million. 6 bedroom, 14.5 million. 14,500 dirhams per night, where the sales value is 23.4 million. These are the starting prices. I explained the 4 bedroom, but I didn't have the chance to do 5 and 6, but here you go. And you can see that the 4 bedrooms are entered here, so this will be our lowest bracket. The 5 bedrooms are the premium family villas, larger plots, larger. This will be very popular as well. And the 6 beds are your premium units, which may have less occupancy, but again, the rent will be much higher. So let's look at the real numbers, how much revenue we're making and what our costs are going to be. So if you look at your gross revenue for the 4 beds, you're looking at about 1.54 million. Your management fee will be roughly 18% of this. The management company, again, is going to be Sobha. Sobha is setting up a new management company for the entire island to manage the apartments as well as the villas, and they will be handling the check-in, the check-out, the bookings. You basically don't have to do anything. You are just handing over the unit to them, and they will make sure that they handle it well, manage it well, and make sure that the bookings are done, tenants are leaving on time, etc., etc. So at the end of the month, they'll give you a report. You'll have access to an application which will give you how many nights were booked. It will also give you access to book for yourself and your family and friends. So you'll get a certain number of days within a year where you can book for free, obviously. And if you want to book over that, you'll have to pay probably a discounted rate. Again, gross revenue is 1.5 million. Your management fee 18%, which comes out to be about 280,000. Your service charges, so as a villa owner, you'll have to pay 4 dirhams per square foot on the built-up area, which comes to about 20,000 dirhams per year. Maintenance is usually not required in the first 5 years, but I've kept it here anyways, and I've kept it at 2%, which is marginal. But let's say this is for leakages or painting or whatever else can go wrong inside a house, as you know. So I've kept it at 2%. So your net income for the first year will be about 1.2 million, giving you a net yield of about 11.6%. Now, as you can see, I've kept it as conservative as I could. In terms of the occupancy, the 50% occupancy, because 6 months of the year we don't usually see much traffic into Dubai, but the rest of the year is very packed. So that's why I've kept it 50, even though the hotels nearby, let's say on Al Marjan Island, have an occupancy level of more than 75%. But considering the size of these villas and the ticket size people are spending, seems like this is reasonable. Now I've taken the 5-year yield projection. So let's say when you get your unit handed over 2028. Now it may be the end of 2028, so just add it to 2029. But your average 5-year yield will be close to 12.7% if you keep the villa for this long, which is really, really good, I think. For the 5 beds, slightly lower at 11.5, and 6 beds slightly lower at 9.8, but still touching 10%. So this is the type of investment that you can expect, or the returns you can expect if you invest in these villas. And again, I've taken as conservative as I could. Yes, the rates could go down depending on how much tourism is brought into Ras Al Khaimah based on the popularity of the Wynn Casino. I think it's going to be a tremendous success because of the speed of construction based on the PR that they're doing and the marketing that they're doing. The Wynn Resort and Casino will be great. Plus, this kind of island is great for staycations. It's not only that, the local population is growing as well from Dubai, from Abu Dhabi, from Sharjah. They all like to come to this location because the water is crystal clear, there's wildlife around you, and the fact that you're very secluded and it's very private. So that could tip the scales in Siniya Island's favor, and it'll be a special place for everyone. All right, so 4-bedroom villas now merge as the highest return opportunity, of course, with close to 12% yields. The 5-bedroom villas also maintain double-digit net yields, but with a lower capital entry than the 6 beds. And the 6 beds villas deliver the highest income if you talk about dirhams, if you talk about the money coming into your pocket. And I haven't taken into account any appreciation here on the property. So when you do sell, you do make this yield plus the appreciation that you made on your property. So at 60% occupancy, yields rise even more, at around 2% across all categories. And Siniya Island's average daily rates still remain below Palm Jumeirah benchmarks. So there's a lot of long-term upside if this island attracts the right type of people. So I think we have everything going for it. It has the wildlife, it has the natural vibe to it. It has Sobha, who's developing it, of course, with the quality delivery and landscaping that they provide, and also limited supply. There's not many of these villas, as you can see, so you will have that luxury to rent out at a very high rate. So yeah, that kind of ends our presentation for today on the villas. If you're interested in the villas, you can reach out to me at j@kirpaproperties.com or the email given below, and my team will be in touch with you to give you a proper tour of the island, whether it's on a video call or in person, and we can see the show unit that is in the sales center so that you understand how good the quality is that Sobha is delivering. So thank you guys for watching the presentation. I hope you learned something new that you didn't know about before, and I'm here to answer any questions you may have. Please drop an email to me. Thank you. Okay guys, I wanted to end this presentation by telling you that you still have a chance to get on this train that is the UAE and get your hands on something that will be very, very unique. That's something that you can pass on to your kids. A legacy villa on the beach in Siniya Island is definitely the right way to go. And enjoy the rest of my videos. Please make sure to subscribe and get in touch with me below on my email so I can give you a better walkthrough of the entire Siniya Island project, tell you about the updates that are happening on the island, and get your hands on one of these villas. Let's go.